So here we have Pasteur Hall. And a fun fact about this building is all the classrooms are on this side of the building while your professor's offices would be on this side. Makes it super easy and convenient for students to go to office hours because our professors are required to have a minimum of 10 hours a week where students can go in there, ask questions, retake an exam, or just do their homework and get some help while doing that. On this first floor, we have our geoscience and physics classes. Second floor would be biology, and then on our third floor, we have chemistry. Then right over here, we have Stark Hall. On the bottom floors, we have our engineering department. In there, our engineering students get to work with real-life companies to get that hands-on experience before graduating. Then on the top floors, we have our nursing department. In there, our nursing students get to work with high-fidelity mannequins that range anywhere from a newborn infant all the way up to a birthing mother. We also have a cadaver lab, so if you're here, I definitely recommend taking anatomy and physiology. And we are also partnered up with Gunderson Health in La Crosse, the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, and Winona Health here in Winona. So here we are in our lecture hall 120, one of two lecture halls that we have in our science laboratory center. At Winona State, you are required to take 2 science classes, one with a lab, one without a lab. Typically, you'll have a lecture hall with around 180 students, and then you'll have a lab with no more than 24 students that meets once a week. Our average class size is 27 students, and in our labs, we also have a 1-to-1 student to microscope ratio. Makes it super easy to do your own work without having to share or work with anybody else. Also, all of our labs are taught by professors, not by teacher assistants. However, sometimes in our labs, some TAs or some professors will have a TA in there with them just as a resource for students to use as help with labs or the class itself. Right above us, we have our terrace where lots of students like to study since we have tables, couches, and chairs. And we also have printers up there. We have 2 to 3 in every academic building and at least 1 in every residence hall.
We are in the Baldwin Lounge, which is an alternative space to study, work on group projects, or just hang out with your friends. There are also study rooms that are private for you to reserve, and they are great either for individual study or working with your group on projects.
So here we have our bookstore. Not only can you buy and rent your books from the bookstore, they also have lots of cool Winona State apparel as well. They also have school supplies in here, so if you ever last minute needed a notebook or something, you could come here and actually just charge it onto your student account if you didn't want to pay for it out of pocket. They also have free Scantrons here as well, so if you have an exam or a quiz, stop by the bookstore and get your free Scantron and head on over to ace your test. Every Wednesday here at the bookstore, we have Purple Pass Wednesdays where you can use your Purple Pass to get 20% off on your purchase. Purple Pass is like adding money to your student ID, like a prepaid debit card or a gift card. You can use your Purple Pass here at the bookstore, at the vending machines on campus, or the various amounts of restaurants that we have here. And we also have a list of vendors off campus that you can use them at too. And here we have our KEEP Center. KEEP stands for Knowledge, Empowerment, Advocacy, and Pluralism. It's a safe space that grew out of student activism. In here, we host various amounts of game nights all throughout the year where students can play Speed, Monopoly, Sorry, all different types of games. We also have a piano in here, so if you know how to play, definitely come in here and play some tunes for us. We have a TV where we watch free cable, and anybody is welcomed here, and you can meet lots of different people from different types of backgrounds. All right, so here we have entered into our Student Activity Center. Right over here, we have our Student Senate office. As incoming freshmen, there are 2 seats available for you to run for. It's a great way to get involved on campus and kind of be that voice for your class. Right here, we have our Student Resource Desk, and they are more than happy and willing to answer any questions that you might have, especially that first week of campus. You don't really know campus too well. You can also do our bike rentals there and check out the equipment to use the foosball, table tennis, or pool tables. We have free cable here in Kryzsko Commons. We also have the Winona office here in the Student Activity Center, so if you're interested in journalism or photography, it's our school-wide newspaper, a great way to get involved as well. Typically here in the Student Activity Center, they'll host trivia in here or they'll bring in guest speakers to give presentations to our students and staff members. If you are interested in gaming, we have our eSports Lounge here where there are 60-inch TVs and various amounts of computers where our students love to play Call of Duty, Fortnite, and Super Smash Bros. Among lots of other games.
So we are outside of our student life offices that hold our Dean of Students who advocates for our students right here on campus. Our Housing and Residence Life office is in here as well, and you can always go to them and ask any questions that you may have about housing, residence life, room selection, things like that. And then lastly, we have our Office of Equity and Inclusive Excellence that works towards making sure our campus is a just campus. Included in your Housing and Residence Life package is also dining, and that includes our Jack Kane Dining Center, our Zane's Food Court, and a variety of other different restaurants here on campus. You can find information about dining here on campus on our website, winona.edu.
Behind me is Minné Hall. This is home to our College of Liberal Arts. So if you're looking at history, English, criminal justice, women gender studies, any of that good stuff, this will get to be your home. On the third floor, that's home to our College Writing Center. So if you need help writing a cover letter, an essay, a script, anything for your classes, they can help you with that. That is a completely free resource for all our students to use. Also up on top, we see that silver dome. That is our on-campus observatory. So our astronomy club and professor will go open that up on clear nights for students to be able to see the stars and planets in a more in-depth look.
This is the library. There are 3 floors to our library. Each comes with a different volume levels, which allows you to pick and choose what works best for you and your studies. Behind me, we have the front desk. If you only need a textbook a few times for a class, we won't make you buy it. Your professor can put it on reserve, and you can check it out, keep it in the library, return it when you're finished. We do understand college gets expensive, so we're going to try to save you some money wherever we can. Right here, we have our Ask a Librarian. So if you need help finding a textbook or a document within the walls of our library, they can assist you right here. If we don't have it on our campus, we will ship it at no charge to your student account through an interlibrary loan. Right over here, we have the Digital Learning Commons, where if you need help connecting to our Wi-Fi or printers, you're given 1,000 sheets of printing per semester, so 2,000 sheets per year. But if you need help connecting to our Wi-Fi or printers, you need to print in color or print on a larger scale, such as a poster board, the DLC would be the place for you to do that. Up on the second floor, it is a Whisper. That's where you're going to find the majority of our textbooks and documents, as well as tutoring services, where we offer free tutoring for the majority of classes we offer here at WSU, whether that's in a one-on-one setting or a group setting. Third floor, it's absolutely silent. There's just a lot of study spaces up there.
Right now we are in our Performing Arts Center, which is home to our communications department along with our music and theater department. You don't have to be a music or theater major though to participate in many different performances and ensembles that we have each semester here at Winona State. All you have to do is try out and hope that you get a spot. We do have 3 different theaters. We have our Black Box Theater, our auditorium, and our recital hall. We have lockers for you to store your instruments here as well, whether it's a piccolo or a big cello, and we have practice rooms for you to practice those instruments in.
We are now in our Integrated Wellness Complex, more commonly known as the IWC, on the first floor, which is our weightlifting area, with free lifting weights, cable weights, and our Olympic powerlifting platforms. We are now on the second floor of the IWC, our cardio floor, with treadmills, ellipticals, and stair climbers. Also on this floor, we have 2 full-size basketball courts where you can rent out free basketballs, volleyballs, and all that good stuff with your student ID. Then on the third and final floor of the IWC is our 1/10 of a mile track, so 10 times around equals 1 mile for our students.
We are now in Memorial Hall, which is home to our recreation, tourism, and therapeutic recreation departments. On the first floor, we have racquetball courts, our golf simulator, and our athletic trainer. And if you plan on participating on one of our 14 NCAA Division II collegiate sports teams or a Division III women's gymnastics team, you would most likely find your coach's office somewhere here on the first floor of Memorial Hall. This is also home to our swimming pool, where we have 5 25-yard lanes that are open for free swim, water aerobics, and swimming lessons. So if you are a certified lifeguard, this will be a great employment opportunity for you right here on campus. Up on the second floor, we have the classrooms of Memorial Hall, and then third floor is our dance studio. So if you want to join our dance team, dance club, or take one of the variety of dance classes we offer for credit, you'll have to know how to get up there.
We are over at Education Village right now in Helble Hall, and Education Village was a $33.2 million renovation project that we had opened in the fall of 2019. Here in Helble Hall, there is a lot of cool things going on. On this first floor, we have our child care center, and we serve over 200 community children through this. As well, there is study spaces that is open for all of our students to use over this nice bridge above us, as well as some nice high-tech classrooms as well. On the second floor, there is classes for our undergraduate education courses, and then on the third floor is home to our graduate education courses.
Wabasha Rec is home to our physical education and our sports sciences classrooms, as well as our rock climbing wall. We have 3 different styles of rock climbing here in Wabasha Rec. We have our automatic belays, our real life belays, and then our bouldering wall, which is where you're not strapped in. You're just gonna trust yourself to climb free-handed. This is completely free for all our students to use any of the styles. You just sign up for a time. They give you the fancy shoes, the harness, show you how to properly equip it. You don't need any experience to rock climb here at Wabasha Rec.
This is our one-room schoolhouse. Winona State was founded in 1858 as the original state-sponsored teachers' college west of the Mississippi River. So this is here to demonstrate the historical progression of education from what it was back then to what it is now. This is Cathedral School. This is an example of a 1950-styled classroom. In Cathedral School, we have 2 classrooms, an auditorium, conference room, testing center, our Dean of Education, and administrative offices. We are now in a 21st century styled classroom. The majority of classrooms here on our Education Village campus look just like this one. The furniture here does move to allow our students and faculty members to manipulate the space to fit the exact lesson that they're learning that day.
Right now, we are in the College of Business Engagement Center, which is located in Somsen Hall. This is a great place for students to come study and hang out in. Also on the 3rd floor of Somsen Hall is where you're going to find our College of Business. This is AACSB accredited. Only 4.5% of business programs worldwide receive this accreditation.
Right now we are in tech support, which is on the 2nd floor of Somsen Hall, and here at Winona State we have our Digital Life and Learning program. We've been doing it for over 20 years, so we definitely feel like we know how to support our students when it comes to technology, whether it's through our tech support here in Somsen Hall or with our Digital Learning Commons in the library. We want to make sure that you're always using the latest updated version of Microsoft Word, Excel, and any Adobe program that you may need is only a download away for you at no extra cost with this Digital Life and Learning program. So when you choose Winona State, you'll also be choosing between the latest MacBook Pro or the latest PC. With this, you can download and play The Sims, Minecraft, watch Hulu, Netflix, decorate with all the stickers that you like. It is your computer. You keep it over the summers, and then going into your 3rd year here at Winona State, you get the latest MacBook Pro of that year or the latest PC. And then as soon as you graduate, you'll be able to buy out that latest computer for $25. We also want to make sure that you are always staying connected. So whether you are in or outside any of our residence halls or academic buildings, you'll be connected to our Wi-Fi, and our Wi-Fi actually extends down to that big lake as well. Currently, we are in Phelps Hall, which is home to our Mass Communications and Psychology department. Since those are its focus, we have our KQAL radio station in here where you can host a live radio show. We have a newsroom in addition to a photography darkroom. Since it is also home to our psychology department, we do have a neuroscience lab where undergraduate students can be conducting research in there as well. Right now we are on the 2nd floor of Maxwell Hall, which is home to our Warrior Hub. The Warrior Hub is your one-stop shop for everything Winona State University related. So you can ask for help or get your questions answered about your student counts, financial aid, your registrar, transcripts, anything like that. They can help you here at the Warrior Hub. Right now we are on the 3rd floor of Maxwell Hall, and this is home to our Warrior Success Center that has your advising services, your access services, your tutoring services, as well as career services, so you can feel successful during your time here at Winona State and beyond in whatever that next chapter of your life may look like. Right now we are outside of our study abroad office. We have a lot of different options for studying abroad depending on how long you'd like to be gone. So we have our 2 to 4 week long travel studies, which are faculty led and happen over your breaks. So spring break, winter break, and summer break. We do have over 140 different semester long options as well for you to take that deep dive into another country. We're going to be entering into our Winona State University admissions office right now. The admissions office is where you check in for your daily campus visits, as well as our first-year admissions counselors, as well as our transfer admissions counselors are located within this office, so you can always go to them if you have any questions about starting your journey here at Winona State.